It is in those situations when God is calling you to stretch yourself that you get a revelation of him. I need you to understand this. If not, we will die like mere men. Where God is telling you, this thing is inconvenient. The anointing rests upon people that can go through things for people. The lightness in my heart. Let me say this, and I'll close here. Maybe I should share 2 stories, and then I'll call it a day. I have 7 more minutes. Remember, I'm talking about just being after the will of God. Typically, I always just like to. Maybe I'll say this. I'll end here. I always like to, just keep it simple. And when people invite me, I make it a point of duty. In fact, I tell PM as well, let's make it as easy as possible for people when they invite me. And just to give you a mental picture, I don't go everywhere I'm invited. And there's not a week that I don't have an invitation. Just start thinking about that. So, I have seen different types of hospitality. But there was this place that they invited me in Dallas. It was Dallas. First of all, they made me wait, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe 50 minutes at the airport. Nobody was there to pick me. Imagine you brought guests at minister to come and minister to you, and you didn't have anybody to. I want to say I was there for about 55 minutes. I don't want to say 1 hour, because if it was 1 hour, I think 50 or 55 minutes. I was there waiting. Calling, nobody was speaking. So I'm just there wondering. When the person came, I don't know, maybe it was a Uber guy, I don't know. I don't even know where they brought the guy from. When the guy just came and looked, just saw me. Hey! First of all, he doesn't know who I am. Who cares? So now I want to show you my heart. He just said, is it you? Hey, come. I parked before they do something. Come. So I paused, I looked at I was still sitting. I waited. I said, you see me? I said, are you the one from the church? He said, come now, yes. I said, okay. I carried my bag, and my countenance entirely changed. Immediately I entered the car. I sat beside him. I just put my AirPods in case I don't want to talk to him. I put my AirPod. I got inside. I told my wife, I didn't want to tell her everything, but